Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. eBay. That's not Pig Latin. That's the name of the company. Of course, you've probably heard of eBay. Can't imagine anybody who hasn't, especially if you're a Weird Al fan, because he did a whole song. It was actually a parody. eBay. Look it up. I guarantee it's somewhere on YouTube and probably on his MySpace page as well. Anyway, you might eBay. You buy things, you sell things. It's a good thing. Remember, I got an email from my dad saying he bid on an item on eBay, and he's not a geek at all, like myself. Obviously, I inherited a different gene. No one really knows how I got to be so geeky. My grandfather was a ham radio operator. Any old way. He won an item on eBay. Hasn't eBayed ever since. There are people out there who make a living from selling items on eBay, including this person. Well, at least he wants to make a better living by using eBay. Michael Kogan writes, I was told you are the most knowledgeable person when it comes to eBay. Well, no, that's not true. I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable. I'll be the first to tell you that at all. I've done very little selling. I've done a bit of buying when it comes to eBay. And there are plenty of people in the community who would be considered specialists, when it comes to eBay. So if anybody in the chat room right now at live.pirillo.com has got any tips, feel free to post them in the stream. Of course, you're also welcome to post a video response to this particular video. One of the businesses in which I am involved has to do with selling various items, including electronics. I deal with high volumes, normally internationally. I never tried to sell on eBay or Amazon, but would like to, as it would greatly facilitate the flow of inventory. My ability to do so depends on pricing, as I have to know at least roughly what price I can get for selling something on eBay. Otherwise, it may not be worth it. Please let me know if I can discuss this with you in greater detail. Thanks for your time. Sincerely, Michael Kogan. Well, Michael, again, not an expert, but here's usually how I do it. In fact, today, I got an IM from Wireless Packet asking if I wanted to sell some server hardware that I had lying around, and I was planning on using eBay. And he said, well, what do you want for it? Anytime someone asks me to sell a piece of equipment, I always say, well, find a competitive price on eBay. Not the highest, not the lowest, just an average. And based upon that number, I've got a good selling price. A good buy it now price, as they say. Certainly you can start as low as you want while still remaining competitive, knowing that you're going to be able to make enough money off that lowest price that you place. If it's not met, your reserve's not met, you don't have to sell it. But if you hit that mark and you've made money, well, then you're making money, especially if you're dealing in bulk, so you can afford some amount of flexibility. Now, people who buy on eBay are certainly a lot more savvy on the auctioning process. You got to watch out for those snipers, though. But if you're looking to define your price, you can, maneuver with the shipping and handling, who handles that, how it's done, how it's tracked. You can offset some of those costs, certainly. But as long as you are average in terms of your base price, if you sell and you are making money at your reserve price, well, what do you got to worry about? You could always steadily increase it, and more importantly, you could do A/B tests. And this is what marketers would do if they wanted to test a certain market with one particular set of parameters and another, a different part of the same market with a different set of parameters. And there's a lot that is potentially involved with managing a lot of items on eBay or in Amazon stores. Of course, I think there are a lot more tools available for eBay. In fact, I've featured a few tools available for macOS 10 in terms of creating auction pages. These templates are just breathtaking. I don't know if we'll be able to link to the video this way, but there's software out there that can help you make your pages look better, more presentable, which makes them more attractive. I mean, this is your chance to shine, to stand out among the rest. And of course, there are a lot of tools for managing eBay, especially with products that you have that are, well, aplenty. So again, look at the competitive price, take the average, make sure you set the reserve at a point at which you're making money, and hey, it's gravy. Because if you've got items anyway, you're crazy not to have something on eBay. Crazy. Seriously. You're nuts. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Well, you can if you want. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. If you got any other eBay tips to pass along, feel free. I'd love to see or possibly share with the rest of the community. You can also meet us virtually. The rest of us happen to be on geeks.pirillo.com, talking about hardware, software, web services, tips, tricks, tweaks, making money online, And of course, we've also got this chat room here. This is part of this live video feed going out over the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, typically talking tech at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.